Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV and happy Sabbath wherever you are. Talks of William Samoei Ruto reshuffling his cabinet are all over. There is an indication that anytime going forward, William Samoei Ruto is going to actually appoint new people in his cabinet. But my interest is on three people who are likely to join the cabinet. And even in Citizen TV, I think the day before yesterday, they talked about it. And I found it very necessary to actually look at this issue because of three main people. Number one, Edwin Sifuna, John Medho, and Gideon Moi. Gideon Moi is obvious, and the reasons are also obvious. Now, I want to start by asking you a simple question. Would you support Edwin Sifuna joining the broad-based government as a CS for transport, as it is being indicated? Would you also support John Medho, the Nyandarua senator, to actually lead the agriculture minister? Would you support Gideon Moi as the deputy prime cabinet secretary in William Samoei Ruto's government? Ladies and gentlemen, let us look at Edwin Sifuna and the reason why William Samoei Ruto is looking for Sifuna. Sifuna is the senator of Nairobi. Sifuna comes from Western Nation, the Mulebe Nation. Sifuna is the Secretary General of ODM. So why would William Samoei Ruto go for this person? Edwin Sifuna is very popular, ladies and gentlemen. And if there are people who are loved in this country, in fact, the latest opinion poll put Sifuna at number 2. The most liked politician in Kenya today is Babu Owino, followed by Edwin Sifuna. By William Samoei Ruto going for him. And you know William Samoei Ruto is very much interested with the ODM. He wants to stabilize ODM. Remember, UDA is a sinking ship. So you want to stabilize ODM such that he can vie for the presidency using ODM tickets. That is the truth of the matter. And by vying, contesting the presidency using ODM, he'll be able to contain or to control Raila Amolo Odinga's support base. If Edwin Sifuna is in government, Edwin Sifuna cannot leave ODM, and ODM will remain stable. The greatest fear in ODM today is for Edwin Sifuna and Babu Owino to bolt out of ODM. Number 2, in my view, William Samoei Ruto could be planning to kill the career of this popular politician. If there are two people who are giving William Samoei Ruto a headache in Nairobi politics, again, it is Edwin Sifuna and Babu Owino. And if they will be appointed into his cabinet, then they are finished. The truth of the matter is that leaders cannot be followed by the people. The modern voter is the one to be followed by the leaders. Unlike in the past, where people would troop where the leaders are. Number 3, in my view, why he's going for Sifuna is to reduce the hostility of the youth, to reduce the hostility of Kenyans, the hostility of voters towards his government. Here comes somebody who is loved by Kenyans. Here comes somebody who is very eloquent. Here comes somebody who is controlling the Mulebe Nation. The truth of the matter is that Sifuna is popular in Nairobi and is also popular in the Mulebe Nation. So it is also about 2027 general elections. William Samoei Ruto believe, and by the way, William Samoei Ruto can appoint Edwin Sifuna as his running mate. Edwin Sifuna can make a very good running mate. He can make a very good deputy. But would he be a deputy to William Samoei Ruto? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Now, if Edwin Sifuna joins William Samoei Ruto, I think people will lose hope with the opposition. There'll be voters apathy. And this is what William Samoei Ruto wants. This is what the government wants. Because after all, he'll be creating a perception that, after all, everybody is with me. And again, look at those two leaders. Medho from Central and Edwin Sifuna from Nairobi. So William Samoei Ruto is creating an artificial by-election. It is in this by-election that he wants to test his popularity. But I'm sure he's not going to test his popularity. The votes will be rigged. That is the truth of the matter. And if William Samoei Ruto, for example, if he wins in Nairobi in a by-election, a senatorial position in Mount Kenya, Nyandarua County, what do you think is going to happen to the voters? They are going to believe, after all, people are with William Samoei Ruto. People identify themselves with the winning team. And they are therefore likely to vote in 2027 to William Samoei Ruto if he wins in a by-election. So William Samoei Ruto, I've always said, is a very shrewd politician. Very shrewd. And he's going to do anything. If he creates such an artificial by-election and he wins, he's going to do everything to ensure that he wins. John Medho, one of the people leading the onslaught against William Samoei Ruto's government, one of the closest allies of Rigathi Gachagua. John Medho, if he is going to accept that position, because I don't know whether Sifuna is going to accept it. I don't know whether Medho can accept this. And they have not come out to say whether they are going to accept. Now, the intention of bringing Medho into William Samoei Ruto's administration is, one, to destroy Rigathi Gachagua completely. Make him weak. Weaken Rigathi Gachagua. And a weakened Rigathi Gachagua is better for William Samoei Ruto. If you can be able to snatch one of the strongest soldiers in the front line, then you are telling people you can control the opposition. Number two is to bring the youth votes on his side. John Medho is, I think, that 3 years. This is a Gen Z. Gen Z. And the Gen Z are the ones that are very dissatisfied with William Samoei Ruto's government. And by bringing, or remember also Sifuna is in his 40s, by bringing youthful leaders in his government, he is telling Kenyans, I love the youth. My government is made up of the youth. I've given him very important dockets. Like now, if Medho is given the agriculture docket, Nyandarua is the bread basket of the Republic of Kenya. It is in Nyandarua that you get all kind of horticultural crops. It is in Nyandarua that you can survive without money, because you can get everything. You can get potatoes, beans, whatever, plums, all kind of foods, you get it there. The only problem is the roads. So by bringing Medho into his administration, he's looking for the voice of Mount Kenya. Remember one thing about Mount Kenya. If there are people who love Rigathi Gachagua in Mount Kenya, it is the people of Nyandarua. If there are die-hard supporters of Rigathi Gachagua, it is the people of Nyandarua. And that is why you see Medho aligning himself with the people. And if he can join the government, then you can agree with me that William Samoei Ruto, you'll be telling the people of Nyandarua that I am with you. That is the reason why he is going for Medho. Now, when you look at all this, it is about also containing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Somebody like Mutahi Kagwe, who never say anything to praise the government of William Samoei Ruto. Remember this collective cabinet responsibility. When you are a cabinet minister, you must defend the government. You must study the government. You must defend the policies of the government. But when you look at these, some of these leaders from the so-called Uhuru CSs, there are usually 3, although it's only Kafogo who you find defending William Samoei Ruto. But I have not heard Mutahi Kagwe defending William Samoei Ruto. I've not heard Rito Muredi also defending William Samoei Ruto. These are the people who are likely to be shown the door. And there is also people like Miano, is it Rebecca Miano? They're also likely to be shown the door because they are said to be very close to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Remember, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is now in politics. He's the leader of Jubilee. Remember, Jubilee is an interested party in 2027. So William Samoei Ruto wants to consolidate the votes. He's looking for votes. That is why he's doing this. But now the question is, do you think Mezo can accept this? For Gideon is through, he's going to accept. And William Samoei Ruto, by appointing Gideon, he'll be consolidating the Rift Valley votes. But these two gentlemen, if they agree to join William Samoei Ruto, then I know we have a problem in this country. If they agree to join William Samoei Ruto, I believe that even that perception that Gachagua can work with William Samoei Ruto will not be far-fetched. Remember, we had seen some videos of Rigathi Gachagua, though I have discovered that it's not true, that he was in the State House. The Gachagua was in State House. He was not in State House. The truth of the matter is that politics is about numbers. Politics is about interests. Politics is about winning power. Are they going to accept? That's the big question. Have a lovely Saturday. Till next time. Bye-bye.